Hello, dear friends. As you know, we are seeing Satish Alikar's The Dreaded Departure, which is considered as black comedy. Why it is called black comedy? Because there is a description of death in this drama. Each and every character is a discussion on a death of a main character, and that's why it is called black comedy. It is actually a satire on typical Indian social customs and traditions. So, this black comedy has struck as a convenient label to Mahanirvan. So, this label of black comedy is conveniently stick up to Mahanirvan, that is Marathi version of the Dread Departure, for too long. Satish Alekar, who was born on 30th January 1949, its biochemist playwright says what Satish Alekar says about this black comedy. The critics of this drama used to say that this is a black comedy. But what is the reply of Satish Alekar, the author of that drama? He says, I did not know if I was writing black comedy or white comedy. He clearly and plainly says that he did not know whether he is writing black comedy or white comedy. When writing the play, all that I thought was that if the breadwinner of a middle class family died all of a sudden, grief could strike at two levels, affecting Nana, the son of Rama, his mother, in one way, and those outside the family in other way. There would be a heaven and earth difference between the two. The play is an attempt to understand this difference. This is the theme of the play. Suppose there is a death in any middle class family. The death of a breadwinner means the person who earns money for the family, and the person dies. If the person dies, what exactly the effect of his death on his family, that is his wife and son, and what is the effect of his death on other people who belong to the society. To understand this difference is this play, that is Dread Departure. Many times we see such kinds of deaths nearby, and we feel some sort of sorrow in our mind if the dead person is very close to you. But after some time, we generally forget all these things, and we usually remain busy in our day-to-day routine. But the death of a particular person and its impact on his particular family, that is his wife or son or daughter or some family members, is different. They cannot forget that person forever. The impact of his death is deeply hurt to these family members, especially the wife of that person, the son of that person, or the daughter, if the dead person has. Satish Alekar came to write Mahanirvan because Mahanirvan is a Marathi word for death. You might have known that Mahaparinirvan, the word is used for Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's death. It is generally used by the people on the occasion of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's death anniversary. Mahaparinirvan Din. So Alekar tried to explore these basic difference or the basic effect on the people of the society, nearby people of the society, and on family members. Alekar came to write Mahanirvan because he was bothered about death. Each and everybody is bothered about death because nobody like to die. Nobody can say that now I am going to die, because death is not in our hand. First thing. Second thing, nobody wants to leave this beautiful world. Even the person who is dying, you can see the expectations in his eyes of living is very powerful. I can say it confidently because I had experience. I came many times in contact with the person who is dying, and I saw the expectations of living, strong expectations of living in the eyes of that dying person. So nobody wants to die, is the fact. Not only Satish Alekar bothered about the death, but each and every person on the earth always bother about the death. The first funeral procession he saw from close was his grandmother's. First procession, funeral procession. What we can say it in Marathi, Preta Yatra. The first funeral he saw closely was his grandmother's funeral. Means the death of a family member. The death of such a person to whom Satish Alekar loved too much. What kind of impact was there on his mind, you can imagine. He recalls how his grandmother died. How many people gathered to see her after his death. He also recalls how his grandfather, Kakasaheb Gadgil, the then Vice Chancellor of Pune University and a public figure, was affected by her death. He belongs to a very nice family. His grandfather was Kakasaheb Gadgil, the Vice Chancellor of Pune University at that time. And the effect of his grandmother's death on his grandfather, he saw very closely. She had caught fire when lighting the stove and had got severely burnt. Her grandmother's death was not natural. He was caught in the fire of the stove and severely burnt. She was taken to the Sassoon hospital where she died after 10 days. The death of his grandmother was definitely a painful thing. Not only the person who is dying, but for the family also. So it is very close incident happened in the life of the author Satish Alekar. And that's why he bothered too much about the death, because the death was not a natural one. This is a this was a horrible kind of death of his grandmother. And that's why Satish Alekar bothered. Thank you. We will see more information in my next video.